ajustes.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy. You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state? What? No. I mean, I might be. That depends on who's asking. Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching, and soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one. You are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me that. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me. You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it. Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy. Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead. All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic. I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do. All right, here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
A ver, ¿dónde me voy a pagar por no sé?
I'm paid better than Abernathy. Whatever he's giving you, I will do you one better. That's all I can ask of you.
Is Reed hiding in there?
Mr. Thompson is aware.
You picked a fine time to visit, stranger. Foreman Granger, mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you. Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker. Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Enteramos desafortunado, debe ser turpa y todo.
Eugene wasn't family. Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines.
What?
Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
No mames. ¿Qué va?
When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Okay.
Are we getting paid or not? Any loss of productivity will be deducted from your pay.
Pinche madre. Güey. Qué grande. Ok. Mostrar misiones activas. Parvati. Mal. Toma. Ganga espacial. Te hemos descubierto una flaqueza tutorial. Tus documentos deberían darte unas clases prácticas de ineficientes. Astucia. Utiliza las. No sé qué hacer. Ventaja. Mío. 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 Puta madre, Parvati. Parvati. Acá está. Mío.
Got him all!
Nice. Nice. Esta madre no tiene nada. ¿He venido aquí o no? Creo que sí. Ay, no mames, se lastima. ¿Es aquí? Sí, es aquí. Sí, ya se habían matado todos aquí, pero parece que no había gastado más. Ya, eso es lo que andaba pidiendo. Eso lo sé, chingue su madre.
Cannery's dead. This is gonna throw a wrench into my actuarial tables. Oh, I'm an actuary. That means I keep tabs on a worker's living expenses. How much it costs to feed, clothe, shelter, bury, and replace your average human worker. Technically, I'm employed by the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources.
No sé. Se lo doy a este güey, se lo doy a ella.
Just as I was on the mend, the cannery had to go and shut down. I know that, but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage. Let's see it. Don't keep us waiting. I don't know what that means. Is that some sort of medical condition? Is my plague getting worse or something?
Ah,
Are you out of your mind? You're just gonna...
sí, yo. No de mamá.
I've got some time. Thanks. I'll see to it that this medicine gets to the people who need it. Here, something for your trouble. Nothing personal, but I hope we never do business together again. Don't want to make a habit of consorting with smuggler types. Somebody deserving. Silas on account of him being out in the cold. Amelia seeing how she's around people all the time. Anybody in the sick room? Somebody deserving. Silas on account of him being out in the cold. Amelia. Oh, I'm an actuary. Technically, I'm...
Anywhere. Hace un punto de ventaja. Ay, no sé cuál elegir. No, más rápido.
You're not a big drinker.
Power's gone. Law knows how long. Looking to get drunk? Oh, I almost forgot. I'm contractually obligated to recite company Plague go ahead. I don't see how that's any of your business. You're the first to ask after me in some time. I'll give you that. But I don't have a story to share. My family's worked Spacer's Choice for 2 generations, and I've lived in Edgewater just about all my life. Wanted to work in the sciences once upon a time. Would you believe it? That was a wild fancy. Glad I disabused myself. What's wrong with that? It's good, honest work. Pots and pans don't scrub themselves. Glasses don't fill themselves either. Unless you're in Byzantium. I hear everything's automated there. Not that I'll ever find out. What happened, you ask? what always happens when you're dreaming. I woke up. I just didn't have the brains for it. Asked too many questions. Wasn't suited to the work. So I did the right thing and worked the life I was always meant to live. Now that I'm behind a bar, I can ask all the questions I want. Important ones. Like, when are you gonna pay your tab? And would you like another round of cold, refreshing 0G?
Se ve bien pinche triste la historia.
Don't talk to me that way, please. Spent many years disabusing myself of that notion. Don't need you putting it back in my head. Lab work ain't for me. Never was. Never will be. Spacer's Choice put me where I belong, and for that, I am grateful. They did. They gave me a life, gave me a purpose. This is where I belong. Not so fast. I told you about my life. Your turn to tell me about yours. So, what's your story? That right? Prove it. I know that serial drama. They were playing it just the other night. What was it called? The Last Spacer? You're right. I don't believe you. I'd advise you to keep that story unsaid. Don't want people thinking you're a loon. Ugh, is this the start of a joke? If you want me to laugh at your jokes, it's a 3-drink minimum.
Hasta de broma me casa hasta.
Coming right up.
Tripites.
We'll get you mostly drunk at half the price. Spacer's Choice.
Ya es todo.
Spacer's Choice takes care of its own.
¿Cómo es este güey?
Never seen you here before. You a visitor? Welcome. On behalf of the Spacer's Choice family, let me welcome you to, where am I again?
Está bien pedo este güey.
Edgewater, jewel of the Vale. May the law bless our beloved cannery with 100 years of, what's it called? Productivity. That's the one. Yep, that's us. Productive.
Pendejo.
Oh, it's fine. I'm only on my 3rd bottle. I don't start heaving up my guts as long as I can count to 3. Company lets me imbibe as much 0G brew as I can afford. Even gave me a discount on account of my injury. You jealous yet? Yep. Got my mitt stuck in a rotor wheel. Shredded my wrist up real good. Conrad went and sewed up my hand, but I couldn't do much about the pain. Boss was real generous to me, though. Got myself a 5% discount on 0G brew. After the 2nd bottle, the only pain I feel is emotional. Hey, Conrad's a surgeon. Well, he's a barber. That's like surgery, but for your hair.
La baba está muy pendejo. Apa. No sé cómo pendejo tiene. $400 y $200. Okay.
I used to skip rocks in a red room camp. Constable Reyes ticketed me for unlicensed terraforming. I think she was jealous. She don't know how to skip rocks her own self.
Pues son tres pendejos.
Here we go!
Puta madre. Pendeja, no están tocando. Muy pendeja esa mujer. ¿Cuánto tengo de peso? 158. No, ya tengo espacio. ¿Es la que sea o no? Ya, sí, sí. Aquí está. Además de todo.
Take cover!
Rico, no, está horrible. Hagan chido. Todo explotó. Quitar los pinches cadáveres. Acá está. No hay nada. Nada. La armadura está jodida. Vamos a ver. Y hay dos güeyes. Aquí, nada.
Oh, you got that?
A huevo. Te falta la otra. Ah. Nada. Nada. 11 balas, güey. Casi nada. Como explosión en un 100 de grado de medio usado en la mayoría de pistolas de tus armas. 110, 80. Mm, 71, 137 eso. No tengo nada para eso. 320, 0. Ya no tengo nada. Ese ya no inspeccioné. No, falta inspeccionar acá de ese lado. Ya. Que nada más que vamos. Más subir de este lado de Una punta de vergazos. Pinche madre. Desbaratado. No se puede entrar. Pero esto es lo que un material. Porque está... Nada. No mames. Ahí vamos.
Here they come! Careful, you're hurt! Take cover!
Ah, se me acaba. Tampoco tiene nada, güey, pinche mugre. Got it. Entrega de vertical en este canal de detector medio. Chingazos adentro.
Something you need? In the bar? When I asked if you were a drinker? Sorry. I know, it's none of my business. Strong drink makes me sick. And it makes me real sad. I start thinking about things I oughtn't, and then... Well, never mind that. You got better things to think on. Sorry. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
A ver qué chingas hay aquí. Vamos a cambiar de armadura. Ya, viajar rápido.
I appreciate what you've done, but we shouldn't be seen together.
Yeah, mamón.
What are we supposed to do now?
Got my hands full at the moment. Make it quick, please. We pay by the finger. What do you have for me? Mabel Burgess. Age 37? Right or left-handed? Let's just say no longer applicable. I remember Doc Burgess. Conducted my physical every fiscal quarter. Guess she couldn't keep her hands off her patient's medicine. Still one outstanding bounty. If you've got a finger, I've got the paperwork. Here we are. Bertie Cotton. Cause of death. Let's just say overwhelming physical trauma. Bert was the local preacher before Max took over. Always was quick to remind us that we all get what we deserve in the end. Well, that's all three. I must remember to requisition some more fingerprint ink. Here's all the compensation you've earned, plus a bonus. You've done such a bang-up job hunting down our former workers that I thought it only proper to deputize you. Congratulations. Let me stop you there. It is official Spacer's Choice policy that all Marauders, regardless of prior affiliation to the Spacer's Choice brand, no longer qualify as our people. Ever since the company first settled the Vale. Life's good out here, but it ain't easy. Some folk can't keep pace with the demands of frontier life. Not everyone's cut out to work in Edgewater. Some turn deserter, some turn marauder. None of them get my sympathy. Uh-huh. I recall young Eugene. Good kid. Nice smile. Fussy about his health, though. Took a little too much adrenatime. That'll do a number on your brain matter. Says so right on the warning label. Violent psychosis is a well-documented and legally accounted for side effect of adrenatime. What's on your mind? As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity. If this is a setup to a joke, you should know I've never found anything amusing in my life. I don't serve Edgewater. Edgewater and the entire region of Emerald Vale serve Spacer's Choice.
¿De quién nos ponen que
Spacer's Choice is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Defense Logistics, which occupies a seat on the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, also known as the Board. I must admit it bothers me that you don't already know this. Flattery won't get you anywhere with me. The bureaucracy is a noble profession, but not all of us are gifted enough to serve in it. Something to report?
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. I never knew how right I was. Just that power regulator is company property. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you. Edgewater's dead. Our cannery's dead. Adelaide's deserters are never coming back. Spacer's Choice will shut us down before long. Some of us will die of illness by then. Some will move on. Some will starve. And as for me, I will tender my resignation, whereupon I shall be processed and then duly imprisoned for gross incompetence.
Incoming!
Ay madre, lo va a llevar. Ven para acá, puta madre.
What was that?
Creo que no lo salvé, güey. No lo salvé, güey, yo, de madre.
I put my whole life in that cannery.
You must be very proud.
You want to know what... That...
Okay, ¿quién es el madre? Hi, Rick. Gracias. Coño.
Where are we headed?
Vamos. Nada más navegar. Viajes rápidos.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine. belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post. I have imagined it, but until you came along, I never thought I had the choice. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think? Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Ah, se me olvidó ir a visitar a este cabrón. Tengo que ir a pagarle al vato antes de irme.
The power's out in the whole town. Pipe down.
Hello? Are you still there?
The power's out in the whole town. Pipe down. Leave him in there. It's best for us all.
La madre, vale ver.
What can I do for you? Go ahead. Edgewater has been good to me. As the good vicar says, work fortifies the spirit of a man. If you want to feel exhausted, try not having any work. The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame. Company policy, friend. Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thoughtful-looking... Edgewater has been good to me. Whatever it may be, I have developed my own palliative. Boiled canid liver and a splash of ethanol.
Creo que no me lo puedo convencer.
Don't see the sense in all this fussing over the power. Cannery shutting down just means I'll have more bodies to bury. You run into any trouble?
falta uno. Master. Ese lo ha hecho esta mamá.
What can I do for... What can I do for you? Nature is monstrous, friend, and this plague is natural selection at work. Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself... I am...
¿Por qué me pide este güey? Ahora las personas Ludwig son unas 4 personas que...
I'm ready for this. We're pretty good at this. You got
There
it.
we go. Pero sí. No quería pagar ahí, puta madre. Y se hace pendejo. Falta un pendejo más. Ahí está.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff. I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies. Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance? Go on. I'm Ludwig Miller, Associate Security Officer for Transportation. Officially, unofficially, strictly between you and me, I am the only thing standing between Edgewater and total annihilation.
Está quebrando vida. Ok, tengo la opción de hacer la pinche misión para este cabrón. Al mismo tiempo no quiero. Tengo que ir. Déjate caer. ederim.